Hi everyone, welcome. I was going to start a new project and I thought this would be a great chance to show a background I'm going to do. So this is Circle of Life, a coloring journey. I am not going to say her name. I'm sure most of you know this book, but I am not even going to attempt to butcher her name. A lot of pages have been done, beautiful work. My book is well loved, so I did do this nice watercolor galaxy. It was like my first page done in here. And then I have started because I wanted to play with the 3D stickers. So I have like a rainbow theme page going on here, which I haven't finished yet. Getting there. But I'm going to start another one because that's what I do. I'm a whip queen. Don't be like me. And I wanted to do this one, and I thought it would be really fun to show you how I'm going to do the background. So when I looked at this, I knew I wanted a glow around this lantern. And I don't know if you can see, but I have pencil circles drawn in all the way around, measured out. And I did that with just a simple protractor. This is a new fancy one. This is not how they came when I was a kid. They got tiny little pieces of lead you put in the bottom. You stick the pointy piece to your paper, you measure out how far you want your circle, and you whip it around, and it draws it for you. So easy peasy there. So, to start, I am going to do kind of a sunset color. I want to go light to dark. I really want the center of my picture to be bright and then dark outwards. So around my lantern is going to be cream because it's going to be my lightest color to look like it's glowing because this is a flame. Okay, and then as I get to this outer circle, I'm going to have a little bit of Canary Yellow, and this is actually an Arteza lemon yellow, but it is exactly the same as a Canary Yellow. Mine was just out and I didn't want to dig out a whole nother set of Prismas for a yellow, so I just borrowed one from Arteza. This is a very tiny pencil, but it is Sunburst Yellow. And that's what's going to start my transition. So it will go, I will have all three of those colors in this circle. Hopefully it won't look too weird. And then we will go out to Pale Vermilion, Processed Red, Prima Violet, and Cobalt Blue. And so this is what the gradient looks like in pencils. Maybe if I can get them in order here. And we're going to see how this works out. So I'm not obviously going to sit and color and blend and mesh the whole thing on video because this will probably take me a good couple hours. But I will show you, pardon the noise. One thing you never want to do is color over your pencil. For one, you'll still be able to see it. And for two, sometimes the pencil is shiny and will still show even with dark colors. So I am coloring right next to my pencil, not over it though, and I'm just marking the blue. So I know this is going to be, and you can bring it out a little so you know if you want to, this is going to be my blue section. Maybe what I'll do is just do half of it so I can show you the process here. Gonna bring it right up. So this whole thing all the way back is going to be my blue circle. I think this is going to be a very fun color palette. I'm excited. Hopefully it turns out how I planned. I maybe should have tried this in my practice book first, but I got very excited because I've been wanting to use this color palette I found. I honestly don't remember where I found it, but somewhere along the line I ran across this beautiful yellow to blue palette, and here we are. So I guess I'm just kind of filling in so I know this is my blue. This is going to be a very woodsy camping type page for me. I love camping. We have lots of mountains around here, camping, cabins, things like that. So we do a lot of it. So when I seen this page, that's exactly what it reminded me of. You know, this beautiful wood, the mountain with the moon with the trees and the, so I'm very excited. I am a slow colorist though, so this will take me some time, which is why I'm not going to color the whole thing. Okay, so then like I said, I'm going to take my eraser. As soon as I decide, I'm actually going to do this. So you're going to want to remember where you take out this pencil, you're going to want to do a very, very light I think because I used that protractor, it's leaving a little bit of a line where the pencil was, but that's okay. It'll blend out. I just want to leave a light, so when I come in with my next color, they will blend together with no harshness. I think I'm going to use this because it's not as noisy. So I don't want to erase all the way around yet because I haven't colored all the way around. I just want to show you how the next color is going to come in. So I pulled out all that pencil. We're going to stop about right there for now. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of go back in and lightly add that blue. I will fix the line that's appearing. I don't want to get too heavy and cover it just yet until I know I have everything how I want it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to fill this in a little, so hopefully when the next color comes in, at least this section will give you an idea of the effect I'm going for. These are Prismacolor pencils, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Okay, so my next one is Prima Violet. I'm going to sharpen. A little more, sorry. I probably should have had these sharpened before video, but that would require planning. Okay, so very light. I am not going to come in and mash them together just yet. And do the same thing. And these colors blend beautifully together. I checked them, I practiced blending. I color a little bit and then I turn my pencil to keep a sharp point, especially because I think I just broke the tip on this one already. Okay, same thing. Pulling up to that line, but not quite touching it. I want to be able to erase it out. I will go back and burnish these layers. But this is kind of my planning. I call it, what do we call it? Tinting? Kind of planning phase of things here. Already loving this. My leaves are probably going to get colored a little. I'm going to try to avoid it, but okay, I'm going to come back and fix this spot with my blue right here just because I don't want to get carried away and color it purple. So just right up to that line. And this will take a while to kind of blend and get it looking smooth around all these leaves. So it's going to look a little wild for a minute. Pull all the way up here. So if you need a nice purple blue blend, Cobalt Blue and Prima Violet are beautiful together. I could probably pull, oh, see, I almost did it. I almost filled that spot in with purple. Just lightly touching everywhere so we can move on. But I want to make sure when I'm done filming and I come back to actually color it, I don't have a bunch of what the heck was that supposed to be spots. Because I do that to myself. Alright. I have not decided on an outer color yet. I might do dark blue or I might black it out. We will see. So I'm going to take the same pencil, erase that line in front of my purple, make sure I get it out nice and clean. Actually went all the way through. I thought I erased these out. I will not need the lines through here because I'm obviously going to color that. When you are doing the protractor, you want to try not to push down super hard when you're doing your circle. It is a little tricky though because you don't want it to move. So, okay, next color up, Process Red. Process Red. I'm gonna pull out this line a little bit right here still. Okay, now. Okay, same thing, lightly, and I will blend these. Get a little bit of color on here and then I will blend it so you can see the transition. I love doing backgrounds. Backgrounds are one of my favorite things to do in coloring. Backgrounds are the reason I got into pencil work. I used to be all alcohol markers when I started in 2017-ish. I dabbled here and there before that with Bics and Sharpies, but I didn't really get into it until 2017. So it was probably 2019 I started with pencils. So not too long. But yes, I do love backgrounds, and I never like having two backgrounds the same. So I am always on the hunt for new things. Okay, just getting a nice fuzzy layer next to that purple there. Just pulling it in a little bit all the way around. The main thing, even though we're blending and it's going to look real smooth, we don't want to lose our circle effect. We don't want to accidentally have a big gob of pink right here. We really want to try to keep our blending to where we keep our circle effect. And this pink and this purple are going to take a little bit of blending, a couple layers over each other. But I did test them out. They do go well together. They are just a little more work than the purple and the blue. There's what I was waiting for so I could sharpen it again. I'm gonna have to pull another one of these. It's almost gonna be too short to try to see what I'm doing while I'm coloring here. I'm gonna pause this and pull it in. Okay, so I pulled it in a little closer. Hopefully that can help you see how I'm blending. I just didn't want to do it while I was recording and make anybody motion sick the way my camera bounces. I don't have the best setup. It's kind of wild. Circular motions. Okay, and I'm going to pull up to this line up here so I can show you the next color. And I will have to come back and erase some of these leaves that I got a little wild next to. Right up next to that line. Okay, I'm just going to quickly shade all this. This is all going to be pink. So I might also come back and add some white stars to give it a kind of camping night effect. We will see how the full effect comes out when I get it all together. But I was really excited to share this background. I am still working on the Wild Winter page with Peacock, if you are following me on that one. I will have a second part up to that as well. I just had to kind of work my colors for a minute and figure out how I was going to show that one on camera, because it's a little, it is very detailed, so it's kind of hard to show. Without it being like tedious and boring. So I haven't forgotten those of you that have asked me to see the rest of that page. I just got a little sidetracked and excited by this one. I think I'm a whip queen because I get excited by a project and so I jump in and I do the exciting part, then I lose interest. And then I'm trying to finish it, and then another idea jumps in my head and I'm gone. I'm off on another page. My completed pages this month, though, will be exciting. I've got quite a few different things going on in there. I've been slowing down on book buying and concentrating on trying to color what I have. So I've pulled a lot of books from my collection that people were all about when they were new and then haven't kind of seen in a while. So I think that'll be exciting. Okay, this is Pale Vermilion. Yes, Pale Vermilion. And it's getting a little easier. The closer you get into the circle, you have less leaves and things to work around, so always a plus. And I think I might pull an indigo blue and just go very tip of it, just to make it a little darker. Add a little contrast to the bright yellow I'm gonna have in the middle. Contrast is what catches your eye, so you always want to have some contrast. Alright, so we worked our way out into the center here. If I wasn't doing this on camera, I probably would have went the other way, but it is up to you. I don't think it really matters for blending or anything which direction you go. So it, excuse me, you can see the lines fairly clear. I will be working on getting rid of those as I build. Okay, so I'm going to leave that line, but I might have to pull this color around so I can lightly see my line, and this whole section right here is going to be red. Right up to this line. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. And that's kind of why I was thinking of adding some stars, so I don't have any too big of blank spaces. Okay, so now I can erase this line out and this line out. I will go ahead and fill this bottom in. So I can erase that line out, and at least I will have half of this picture done on one side. Okay. Erase this line out. I do have an electric eraser. I just feel like it's really loud on camera, so I'm just using a pencil. Okay, so the next color, I know, pardon the noise, I want is the Sunburst Yellow. And I don't have lines drawn in for this. So I'm just going to, goodness, that's why this pencil is so short. Very lightly, and you can kind of come back in with your pale vermilion. I don't want it to look blotchy, just kind of almost feel like I might need to pull this one. Let's do a little of this one. This is yellowed orange. This wasn't in my original color palette, but because I'm doing this on such a larger scale now, I really want this blend to be smooth. And that is much better. So we're going to add yellowed orange to our palette. And we're kind of starting on the vermilion and then pulling outwards. And you can see where I forgot a little bit of pencil. It's kind of why it's important to erase. That's alright. We'll put a couple stars there. Nobody will ever know. Okay. Then we're going to go Sunburst Yellow. And then I'm going to work a little backwards because I really want my cream to be right next to this lamp for glow. So right next to the glass here. And I almost could probably go that color to that color and leave out the yellow. Let's see. Changing up my palette. I think for the middle, I'm still going to pull a little yellow. So pardon the noise. And we're still going to put in this yellow. Canary Yellow if you're using Prismas. This is Lemon Yellow in Arteza. I'm not going to blend with this pencil, I'm going to blend with the cream because I don't want to lose the glow. Alright, so there is that. And like I said, so now will be the part where I come back and I really get rid of these transition lines. Because I don't want that. So hopefully you will be able to see the difference here in a minute when I get everything fixed up how I want it here. Let's get rid of this line. Kind of have to use my camera because to me some spots look blended and then I look up and they're not so much. Okay, so now I'm going to work a little bit of this pink. And get rid of what little orange line we have left there. So you really want to back blend over each other. You want to go red into the pink, pink into the... one color at a time. I don't want to start pulling my pink into my purple and then come back and work on my vermilion because I don't want to drag too many colors into each other. I don't want to get purple in my vermilion and have dark spots. It is tempting to want to, oh there's a line, let's scribble on it. But let's not do that just yet. Let's work out one line at a time. And this is kind of where I will start filling in the white. I feel like that looks pretty good for those colors so far. Still a little dark right here. So I'm going to go back to this color and see if I can work out that line a little bit. And if you need to, it's not going to be too big a deal. There. That's better, I think. I can't really see. But I'm going to call it good for now. Make sure I got all these other spots worked together real well. Okay, then I'm going to go pink to purple. The only thing about Prima Violet is that pencil is really waxy and it leaves a lot of wax. So it is a little harder to blend. Colored that little leaf almost completely in this branch. That just pulls off a little layer of that wax so I can get the blend. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, it's coming in with that Parma. No lines. Keeping our circle shape. Making sure we have all our blend lines taken care of. So I'm not really working in between the colors at the moment, just working on that blend. And it will take some back and forth. It is a little time consuming. Down here still needs some work. And I might use some Gamsol just to kind of help break that down. And then I'm going to finish my blue real quick. Pull it. Okay, so starting up there. All the other spots blended really well. Just my big spots. That one might have been a little too far out, but that's okay. There we go. Got rid of that line. Better. Just gotta work on this purple and pink. So what I might do is come back and erase a little of this again. I know I already did this, but this purple is so waxy. I'm just gonna do light, light, light. Circular motion. And I'm going to pull it over a little coming from these leaves. There we go. Okay. Still might blend that one spot a little bit, but I think it's looking better than it was. So that is going to be my background. I hope you enjoyed this video. Questions, comments, leave them down below. If you want to see a part 2, let me know. Thanks for watching.